Hey guys, today I'm going to be doing some Pyraminx example solves. I average around 3 seconds, so hopefully if you want to get to around that area, this will help you. So I'll be going through some of my tips and techniques that I mostly use in my solves. So hopefully this video helps you with your future solves. Let's get into the first solve. Before I start, I use L4E, so if you don't use that method, this probably won't be helpful, but if you still do block building techniques, it could sort of help, I guess. But yeah, I'm mostly going to be using L3. So on this first scramble, I see this yellow-green block straight away, and straight away I will be looking for the yellow and green pieces and seeing how they could be moved to make the yellow or green V, I guess. So okay, so this is the first scramble. So straight away I see this yellow-green piece. So I'll start looking for yellow pieces, I think, first. And straight away I see this blue and yellow piece, which can be solved in one move and leaves me in a good finger trick position for the yellow V, so I'd probably do that. So doing that, I would bring this piece up and then bring the yellow center in, bring this yellow now solved piece back, and then just slot this yellow green piece back, which leaves us with the bottom piece of the V here unsolved, which is going to be this piece, I think, because all we do here is just move this over and then down. So that means blue will be the empty piece here. So this is probably as far as I would go on inspection. So I'd start off the solve, probably finger trick like that, then rotate, and then I see this piece is solved, and none of these pieces are a special 3 flip case. So I'd solve it like that and solve the tip last. Okay, in the second scramble, I see no solved edge pieces, which sucks. So we're gonna look into some of the one moves that can be solved into a solved piece. I mean, the solve is pretty tricky, but I found a semi-decent solving that we could do. So I'm gonna be doing the green V on this side. So I'm gonna insert this piece into this slot. I'm gonna do a 2 mover to insert that into that slot while solving this green center and solving this green center as well, I think, after you do a move up. So I'd solve these 2 tips first, then I'd, what am I doing? Solve these 2 tips first, and then move this over to do the green, then do a back move to move this red-green edge down, and then put this one up, and then I would go into solving the rest of the V like that, then rotating, solving this one, this tip I mean, and then in this L4 case I haven't memorized all the L4E cases yet, but it's probably a good thing to do that if you want to get faster. So this one I don't particularly know, I mean, so I'd probably just go straight into solving the back piece, and I see it's just this 3 cycler pieces, so I can do that, no AUF. Okay, in this scramble we have 3 solved edge pieces, so since I'm probably going to go with the yellow side just because these 2 are already together and I'm more used to just dealing with pieces like this. And so I'll solve the V, which will give me this piece as the extra piece in the layer with the green down, so I know I have to AUF this section here after I've made the V to slot this piece in. So I'll solve the bottom tips like that, then solve the V like that, rotate, solve that, then I'd see, yeah, I don't know this L3 case either, but I would go into that, then see that it's just inserting this blue here like that, and then just doing that. Probably not the most optimal last layer, but it's as best as I could do. Okay, in this scramble I would go for the yellow V, because this piece is already solved and I can insert this piece like that. but that gives me a weird back move finger trick, which is okay in this case because I'm used to doing that move with my finger sort of. So I'd start off doing this tip, rotating into that, then do that, rotate again. Then I see this back piece is solved and these two colors are the same, so I know it's just a sledge into an AUF. Pretty easy. Okay, in this scramble I see this green and red piece already solved, so I'd probably look for red pieces next. So here I see this red yellow piece that can be solved, and it doesn't interrupt this already solved red center. So all I would need to do is just solve this red center and flick it over to solve the V. Okay, leaves me with this piece as the leftover piece in the layer. So that's going to be moving the blue here, and then the blue here. So that's just going to leave me with a blue piece in the red V. So to start off finger tricks, I would do that, then move that over, do that, flick that, rotate into solving that, solve the tip like that. Okay, in this L3 case, we have this piece here which needs to go in here, which is where the red piece is, and none of these pieces result in any other special case, so all I need to do is just inserting this edge and then inserting this red edge straight after, so it's gonna be like this with no AUF. Okay, for this final solve, it is a pretty easy one look if you know what you're looking for, because we have these two pieces already solved for the green V, and when we set up the V, it also solves this other green piece with it, so it'll be an easy 3-move layer. So then after I recognize that, I can try to track the last layer pieces. So first, the last layer piece I see is this, which gets solved. So that means there's going to be at least one solved piece, so it's either a 2-flip or it's just going to be solved straight away. So looking at the other pieces, I see this piece just goes down and up, which leaves it in a flipped case. So I know that these two pieces here will be flipped after making the V. So I can go straight ahead into doing that after I make the V. So I'll do those two tips first, then the V, and then rotate into this 2-flip case that I predicted. Pretty easy solve. These Pyraminx example solves have given you some extra tips and tricks for your solves, and hopefully you can implement them into your solves. If you would like any more Pyraminx example solves in the future, just leave it down in the comments below. I'd be happy to do some. Or if you've got any questions for anything that you really need help with for L3 or anything, I'd be glad to help. See you guys in the next video.